Remember, welcome to Activate Your Magical Essence. I am going to bring us live on Facebook as well. Day 5 of Activate Your Magical Essence. Put in the chat, how are you doing? You guys have been on this journey with me. So many of you here every day live with me. And it's just like to get to start the day and have this experience with you has been so rich for me. And I would just love to hear how you're doing at this point. How are you feeling? Anything that you're shifting, that you've noticed this week? How do you feel today? Like just reference back to Monday before we dropped in together. Like when you put those reference points next to each other, just curious, what do you notice? What shifts or things are there? While you guys are dropping those in the chat, I'm going to finish. Day 5, we are today on throat chakra, and that is our theme of the day is express. And then we have guest speakers. Can I type this? Keisha, Rain, and Ashley Alchemist are going to be our guest speakers today. Okay, and there, go live on Facebook. Now our friends on Facebook get to come join us too. Yay, okay. I'm coming back. All right, so I'm going to check out here on the chat. So Rochelle, I'm excited. Ilana, post early yoga morning coma. I see that's what you're coming out of there, but you're waking up for me. Thanks. Rochelle, so many downloads. Yes, you have just been like sparking so much going off. You've been so energetically all in. Just really want to honor you for that. Just commenting on everything in the group, supporting your sisters, really showing up. Like, I just so grateful for you. And I so honor and see you. See your magic, girl. All right, let's see. And then Alana shifting into lighting up the magic in my life. Joan, I just got back from the public library. I printed out my declaration. Now that's commitment, you guys. And I am going to sign it tonight for the full moon. Yes, I love it. Printed my declaration and printed and signed. Declarations are powerful, right? The Declaration of Independence changed the world. Coming together, making a powerful declaration. So powerful. Your word creates your reality because your thoughts create your inner reality, but your word is where you go through and you express in sound into the world, putting your vibration into the world. And that starts to literally alter the waves, the vibrations, the sound waves, the frequency of the world around you, right? I feel like I'm getting downloads from Ashley being in the house today. Like, this is what the throat chakra is about. This is what being fully expressed is all about. Yes, wow. Okay, so let's see what else we have here before we drop in. Tippy T, yeah, it's amazing. I feel inspired, hopeful, peaceful, and excited. I'm loving this, says Liz. Aw, thank you, love, me too. And Rochelle, I embody my magic, not just live in it. I embody my magic fully, just like, yep, it's not just a piece of me. It's not just like, oh, okay, I have my magic over here. And it's something I do at home by myself with my crystals and my cards, but like, it just lives there. And the rest of my life is over here, right? We're bringing and weaving it all together. So your magic can infuse your whole life. It can come with you to work. It can come with you in your relationships and into bed and into your expression, so that your magic is really infusing your whole life. Okay. Whew. Every day has been more magical. I've been feeling that too. We have been gathering. For me, I've been also just really deepening and expanding Oh, because let me tell you, this has been a journey through the chakras for me. I have felt every day when I wake up that chakra really activated and alive and pulsing and coming through me. And today it's interesting. I was noticing that I have a little, like, I want to say sore throat, but it's more like hoarse throat from speaking so much for the last few days. But it also just feels like I'm having a physical sensation of my throat chakra being activated, because it's not painful. I just like can feel my throat and my vocal cords here. And so I had that realization that I'm like, oh, that's because the throat chakra is alive today. We're bringing through this throat chakra magic today. And so I can feel it physically in my throat as the expansion of it is expanding. So I'm going to share something exciting with you. And while I do, if you want to think about and share, what do you want to express in 2023? What part of your magic wants to be more fully embodied, more fully expressed in the world, creating ripples of sound, of vibration, shifts, altering the fabric of the universe through your expression? Yes, Rachel, my music. And also, I just feel like I want to look over. Rachel, you just dropped an amazing share here. She said she's got the download that I'm only limited by my own self-defeating beliefs. Woo! Feel that so true, Rachel. Your truth bombs always just move all the way through me. And that's why we do these meditations daily. You know, there's a part of me sometimes, I have to admit, on some days that's been like, oh, I just want to keep sharing with you. Do I have to stop and go into the meditation? And yet Spirit keeps telling me, but the meditations are important because we are working on the subconscious level of these beliefs, and we are only limited by our own self-defeating beliefs. So when we shift those, when we release things that are stored in these chakras from our past, from our lineage, from our ancestry, from the collective, when we release this energy in these chakras and we shift the energetic frequency, and we put in and empower ourselves with empowering beliefs, that actually really does shift our whole being. So it really is important to do the meditations as well, as the message from Spirit I keep getting. It's like, there's a reason I was told to put it together like this. So yes, I got the download. In my gentleness is my strength. And I was able to see so many areas of my life that are softening up. Went over my declarations last night, and they are perfect and inspired as I wrote them in our magical circle. I feel today that I am in my magic and so encouraged by the inner strength and resolve that is growing. This is wonderful. Rachel, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, love. I so appreciate your truth bomb. That just really activated that transmission within me of the power of our beliefs. Christy, you woke up with a sore throat too, right? Yeah, like you feel it sometimes. Like the throat's a very sensitive organ in our body, right? It's very, very sensitive energetically, physically. And so you really can feel when there's a lot of energy moving through it. So everyone, you want to share beautiful things, healing, readings, my voice, says Tippy T, Michelle, expressing all of me. Yes, what a beautiful throat. Going to be complimenting the chakras. Nice. I want to share my experiences in magic. 11-11 magic for y'all. 10-11 for me, 11-11 for you over there in Eastern. I'm going to show up as a leader in my community, says Jen Jensen. So I have something exciting I want to share with you guys. I was inspired yesterday to do another Oracle card reading giveaway. I had so much fun with the Oracle card reading that I did on Monday with Tej, and we just really got to drop in one-on-one. So we're going to be doing another one for the weekend. So we're going to be bringing one of you, or I'm going to be drawing somebody on Monday. And the qualifications for the giveaway is just to get caught up. watch all the sessions. If you haven't been here live, if you missed some pieces, not done some meditations, missed a guest speaker, whatever, just get caught up on the replays over the weekend. Do all of the embodiment rituals, take a few moments and move through them all, share them all in the group. Then we're going to have a poll open this weekend in the Facebook group. So self-reported honesty, but once you complete all of that, then just go in the group and just click that you have. And then from all the names that click that in the poll, I'll do what I did on Monday, and I'll put them down in a numbered list, use a random number generator to random, to just synchronously allow the universe to pull up whatever number it pulls up. And then that's who I will do an oracle card reading with next week. So my heart was like, oh, I really want to offer that here. So I just wanted to share that at the beginning here, an opportunity to win that oracle card reading just for participating. And then just a reminder that our grand prize giveaway for the 3 most active participants who've come every day live on Zoom. I know it's not possible for everybody, but I just really do appreciate it and want to reward those of you who have made the effort and the time in your life to really show up live with me every day on Zoom, and who do the embodiment ritual of the day and post it to Facebook group. And an extra bonus if you want to post it to your Instagram too. And then interact with others. So that grand prize is a prosperity energy healing session with me. So yeah, here Faith is showing us the slide here for the prosperity energy healing session. So we'll be announcing that at our final session together, which is a celebration session next Thursday, 10 a.m., January 12th. So that's when we'll be announcing that. And then that also is the day where the bonuses for the program, for signing up for the program, the bonuses expire on that day, on the 12th as well, once we really complete this live immersion time. So as I revealed yesterday, I'm doing the Elevate Your Magical Essence program and 7-day retreat here in Costa Rica, opportunity to come live and hang out with me in beautiful tropical paradise in March. And so the bonuses are a 33% off. I was initially thinking 25, and I've already got the program like discounted. And then I was like, okay, what can I further give? Like, how much can I really give them? So a 33% off bonus. And also to sweeten the deal and just for fun, I am throwing in that I will reimburse you or discount off of your price, the cost of your flight to come to Costa Rica. So while flights aren't included, I am going to be gifting you a free flight to Costa Rica in order to come to the retreat to make sure you can get here. So it is going to be an amazing experience. Just opened up applications yesterday, and I'm gonna cry here. I was so moved, you guys, by how many of you went on to look at the page and actually signed up for calls. I have several calls all the way on the books, and I like seeing your names and reading through what's alive for you, what you want to manifest, what you want to create in the world, what your challenges are, what you want to talk about. Like, it was moving my heart so much. I was like, oh, I see this woman and I see what she's up to, and I am so there for supporting her. We are going to make some big shifts just on this call. I can feel it. And then beyond that, like, who knows? I ended my email yesterday introducing the program, and I ended it with, who knows what is possible when you say yes? Feel that? And I feel like that's how I live my life. I had this realization this morning, and I'm like, this is why I've gone big with this program. And I'm not just doing like, oh, let's just do 2 months online where we meet and like, that's it. I'm like packing it full of so much value, like everything I have, I know I can bring, I can offer, my community can offer, my own teachers can offer, like everything. You guys, I've just poured everything into this program and creating this retreat of my dreams. And it's because I really do live life that's like, go big or go home. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it right. I want to do it big. I want to give it my all. And that's how I live my life, is just like 111% in. And that's the soul sisters I'm calling to me. The soul sisters that love to live life like that have a sense of adventure, that are bold, that are brave, that are courageous, that are like, yes, we want it all. We want to go all in. If we're going to do a program and we're going to invest in ourselves, we want to receive the most value possible. We want to be able to have an epic retreat. We want to be able to have a full 3 months together. Like, yes, we want the fullness of life. And that is what I'm bringing in the program, is this opportunity to take your magic and bring it into the fullness of your life, into every chakra, into every facet of your being, where you'll be having the opportunity to work and do yoga. You'll have the opportunity to receive Reiki energy sessions and clean up your energy field. You'll have the opportunity to work so deeply on so many levels of your being. So that is my excitement, because my mission is to activate the magical essence inside of each of us and support people in empowering themselves to live a life of their wildest dreams. That's the life I am committed to living. I am committed to living a life where I have the relationship of my dreams, even when it seems impossible. I have it, where I have the prosperity of my dreams, even when I can't imagine receiving that much, where I have the flexibility and the freedom to be location independent and to be in Costa Rica as much of the year as I want, and to be in California as much of the year as I want, and anywhere else in the world that spirit calls me. The opportunity to really be of service to the world, to the awakening of humanity and to spirit. That is what is being called forth in me to expand ever greater, ever bigger. And it's not easy. Let me tell you, it takes a lot of shadow work. It takes a lot of inner digging. It takes a lot of being with my own heart and going, oh, that's really scary. Oh, that's really painful. Oh, I just want to shut down. And breathing through it and going, no, I'm going to stay present. I'm going to open my heart. I'm going to breathe through it. Expand, relax into my body, my being, and receive the fullness that really life, the universe wants to bring to me, wants to pour into me. When I really allow myself to receive the fullness of it, I've had so many experiences and moments in my life where I just have felt like I've flowed on moments to moment to moment, where I just am like, the universe is rolling out the red carpet. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you for this beautiful moment. I'm so, so grateful. And the next moment is just a living prayer of gratitude for the beauty of life and what it gifts you when you allow it to. Okay, so I want to share today a little about my story of finding my voice. And it's what I had put in the email this morning and last night. That's what I was feeling inspired to come through me. So about 8 years ago, I went to a group training, a group seminar. And in that, on day one, at the very beginning, there was like, I don't know, 150 people in the room, strangers lined up in chairs facing the front of the room, classroom kind of style, and auditorium kind of like big room space. I was like, okay, I don't know anybody and what's going on. Everyone's coming in with their jitters and all their stuff. And they're like, okay, after the introductions and welcomes, they're like, all right, now is your opportunity to come up to the microphone and to declare and to share what you want to get out of this program. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. And then simultaneously, this is what happens for me. Simultaneously is the retraction and the, that's scary, I don't want to do that. And then immediately comes that, that's why I have to do that. That voice where it's just like, the thing you're shrinking from and your heart is like, you're not allowed to play small. You got to get out there. It's like, okay. So I go and I stand in line. My heart is thumping. It's beating so much. I'm like, I can't believe I'm standing in line. What am I going to say? My mind is racing. I've got so much anxiety. I'm sweating just from standing in this line to get ready to go to the mic and share something. And I don't know what. And at that point in my life, I still I love to present. I've always loved to public speak in a certain way, but I've always wanted to have it right. I've wanted to have a script. I've wanted to have practiced my classical music song that somebody else wrote so I could do it perfectly. And I could know that I had practiced and I knew I could go up and I could just execute the perfect, thing and get rewarded and get praised, because I was terrified of criticism. And I think it's a very natural thing, and also kind of depending on the environment in which we grow up and the energetics of our parents and our family, how much mistakes are allowed and encouraged versus how much you get nitpicked and criticized for every little thing. My mom's a Virgo and I'm a Virgo, and the inner critic and the outer critic is very loud in both of us and in our household. And so I grew up really just personally terrified of external criticism and having a pretty loud inner critic that was just constantly at me. Anytime I would try and express anything, the inner critic would be shutting me down. So there I was at this seminar, and I was standing in line, waiting to go up to the microphone, terrified, having no idea what I was going to say. Mind blank. First person, then the next person. Finally, it's my turn. The microphone's huge in front of me, and I'm stand there going, what am I going to say? And I was I am here to find my voice. Because I realized that the thing I didn't have at that moment was my voice. That's why I didn't know what I was going to say. That's what I didn't trust, was my own voice. And that being so present in that moment that's what I was missing, was the authentic self-expression of my voice. And so in the moment, that's just what came out, was I want to find my voice. And that really started that declaration in that room. And though in that particular seminar, I worked with that group for the next few years, and it was one of the most transformative times in my life. And doing that program was one of the most transformative programs that I've ever done, and really showing me how to be the author of my own life and how to dream big and how to be fully self-expressed in my life, how to take leadership in my life. There's a program they have called the Self-Expression and Leadership Program, and it was my favorite. And we take a project, and you start at the very beginning, and you implement and you learn how to take the steps and do all of the things to birth something into the world. And it was my favorite. I did it once as a participant, and then I went back and I did it as a coach. And that opened me up into, wow, I love coaching. There is something that happens when I'm in this coaching space with somebody. A whole different part of me comes out that I didn't even know existed. And it really makes a difference for people. And so that was partly what got me on the maybe this coaching thing is for me, which was a voice I resisted for another 6 years. I was nope, can't do it. I was small me. It was just no way. That was a microphone that was way too big for me for a long time, up until this year. This year, stepping into this has been a huge transformation for me. And so then another story of really finding my voice was, and I've shared a little bit about this, and there's a little bit that I've shared in various places, but there was the moment 3 years ago. It was actually New Year's Day, 3 years ago, 2020, when I was having a conversation with my husband. And I was like, hey, what do you want to do for New Year's? What do you want to do? It's 2020. The future's here. What are we going to do this year? What are your dreams? And how much do I want to go into the details of this? Okay, you guys, you are my best friends. I've been being completely transparent, and I'm putting the story out there for everyone. So what he told me that I wasn't really expecting to hear at that time was that he wanted to have the freedom and return to having an open marriage. And that was something that we had had in the past, that our relationship had included. So it's not like it was oh my God, what is that? Except our daughter was 6 weeks old. And I was just feeling super vulnerable and really not in a place to be able to hold that. And I really didn't want that at that time. And my own needs and desires had been changing. We were living in Costa Rica, and I was just oh, I don't think I can do that. And it just came clear for me. And there had been areas where I'd been struggling with that for our whole relationship. It'd been an area of massive growth, but it was kind of like the piece of sand in the oyster that's constantly irritating it that creates the pearl, because we had so many differences and issues around that, it inspired and catalyzed both of us to continue to do that self-development program that I did, that had me find my voice, to learn energy medicine, to do authentic relating courses. Like, so much of my development I did with him, and we did in part because it wasn't working, because we were trying to figure out a way, because we loved each other, but we were like, how do we have this piece work for both of us? There's something we can meet really close to the middle in, and yet there's something that's not landing, that's not working. And so when he said on January 1, 2020, that he wanted to do this, I was like, I don't think I can go with you. And so there was a huge shift that happened for me during that next week as I really processed all of this and had to find my voice and speak my truth, that was not in alignment for me at that time. That was not what I wanted in my life. That wasn't something that I felt like I could emotionally hold. I was like, doing that and holding his engagements, explorations with other women took an immense amount of energy for me at that time. And I was like, I have a baby and a toddler, and frankly, I just don't got time for this. I don't have energy to spare, to hold, to give you so that you can do what you want. And I also was dealing with a lot. I was feeling really personally rejected and abandoned. I had a lot of my own inner wounding come up at that point. And having been doing such deep work since I moved to Costa Rica, and during my pregnancy, I was reading books on healthy relationships and on codependency and releasing codependency. And I was starting to see my own unhealthy toxic patterns in myself, my ways that I gave myself away and I people pleased. And I didn't express my authentic truth because I was afraid of criticism. I was afraid of saying something that would make them unhappy. And when I did, because the thing is, when I would make them unhappy, then I would get intense anxiety. You guys ever felt that, where you said something to someone and they got unhappy, and then all of a sudden you go into like this anxious spiral, and you're just like, can't focus on what you need to focus on. And all of a sudden you're like, are they okay? And feeling the need to soothe them and make it better and apologize and fix it. And like, I shouldn't have said the thing that made you unhappy, even if it was my truth, right? So that was a huge step for me, was just being like, I have to say and stand in my truth, even though I know it's going to make him really unhappy. Even though me holding this line and saying, this is what I need, and I'm not going to compromise myself and my truth, is possibly going to be the end of my marriage, possibly going to be the end of my family. What is this going to do to my kids? Can I do this to my kids? And I really had a strong feeling of like, maybe I should self-sacrifice. Like, maybe I should, as a parent, maybe I should just take it for the team, take it for the family, just like, so that my kids can have two parents, right? All of these things was like really, really real for me, really powerful. And I just was like, it was the hardest, like one of the hardest, most heartbreaking portals of self-inquiry and grief and letting go. But at the same time, I also kind of had this like glass castle break of this just like fantasy of the relationship, and of my fantasy of who I hoped he would be and how he would eventually one day learn to love me, that he wasn't being that way with me, and all of those things. And I just let it all break. I stopped trying to hold it together. I stopped trying to pretend it was something it wasn't. Stopped trying to pretend I was okay when I wasn't. I stopped trying to pretend he was okay when he wasn't, because frankly, he was really depressed. He was really unhappy. He was like, the move to Costa Rica, it did a lot of good things for a lot of us in a lot of ways, but it also put him into this deep, almost midlife crisis, like an early midlife crisis, because he still honestly, we've kind of come to realize since then, there are several pieces, but he's a man and he really needed a purpose and a drive and to be in his career, and to all of a sudden like retire at 40 and just sit in the jungle and be like, la-di-da, not have any purpose. he was like a guy that's lived his whole life that retires and doesn't know what to do with himself and falls into a depression. It was like an early midlife crisis depression. And for him, it wasn't that he didn't love me and didn't want to choose me, like, to be fair on his side. It really was just that he was needing to find himself again. And he couldn't love me and give me love when he couldn't access it for himself to himself. And for him, being able to express himself openly, freely, sexually, have his sacral chakra online was a really important way he always had known how to get back to himself. And so at the time, I was also seeing that that was true and that I needed to give him that space, that I loved him and I didn't want to hold him back from his happiness. And so I was like, you know what? You're right. You do need to have that freedom. And I can't go with you emotionally on that journey right now. So ultimately on January 11th, 11 days after we had this conversation, I was like in tears and like going through so much during this time. I just told him, I said, you know, like, called a conversation, and I love my magic numbers. And it just synchronistically happened that it was January 11th at 1 p.m. 1:11 on 1/11, when I was like, I need to complete our romantic and sexual relationship. Like, if you want to be engaging with other people with your heart and with your sexuality, you're free to do that, but I'm not going to be engaging with you. I'm closing those doors. So those doors aren't open to me anymore. And we started off on this journey, and that was a declaration, right? Power of declaration. That was a declaration of, I am altering this relationship. And at the time I was really hoping we could just stay married. I was like, maybe we can just like live under the same roof and date other people and all these things. And we kind of sort of did that over the last few years in different ways, but we ultimately did end up separating. And I was really quite sure we were going to be getting divorced because there were multiple times that I was wanting to, but we lived in Costa Rica, and then the pandemic hit 2 months later. So here I am, 6 months old, pandemic hits. And I just separated from my husband. I'm living in a foreign country. It's like, oh my gosh, that's why my story, if you've read it on there, it was just like everything just fell apart. I was like, this was my dream life I moved here for, and it just all fell apart. What the hell? But yeah, at the same time, I found that also, because I closed those doors to him, I had them open, and I called in power of declaration. I did a little magic spell, and I said, these are the qualities of the man that I'm looking for, that is going to love me the way I deserve to be loved, that is care for me the way that I know that I deserve to be loved and cared for. And so I think I'll tell that story maybe next week a little bit more. But that is when this other man stepped up into my life, and he started really showing up for me in a whole different way. And we started dating, and it was one of the most, like, he really showed me how to embody love in a lot of ways. And it was a very tumultuous roller coaster relationship. And it was really hard to start a new relationship right on the heels of the other one. And I'm still married, and that's really confusing, and my kids, and like, there's a lot of pieces that were challenging in that. And then ultimately, after 3 years of being on again, off again, on again, off again, we would break up for 6 months. And then I'd be like, I just miss him, need him back in my life so much, and message him. And then like we ended up getting back together after we had broken up. And then ultimately in July this year, as I was stepping into and opening up my power, saying yes to me on a different level, saying yes to my own gifts, my own magic, moving into these coaching programs, really believing in myself, learning to deeply love myself. As I was doing that, I didn't need external love as much. I no longer was dependent on having a relationship and a man that would give me the love. I started to know myself as divine love moving through me, and that filled my cup. The love from the divine, the love, tuning into the love of who we all are and where we come from as source, was filling my cup, such that I still loved him so deeply. And it started to release some of the more addictive qualities of that love and that relationship that weren't as healthy, that had developed over the years. Because while we were connected and loved each other at a soul level, we still had our own personalities and our own relationship stuff to work out together. And there were some pieces that I wasn't able to be fully expressed in myself. I wasn't able to be, there's a lot that I felt like I couldn't tell him. And he wasn't as, I mean, he was spiritual in his own way quite a bit, but he wasn't quite as much in other ways. And I didn't feel like some of this stuff that he was really on board with and really supportive with me. So I just wouldn't tell him, and just various different things. So ultimately I came to a point where a situation came up and the relationship completed July 12th this year. And it was like halfway through, actually last year, 2022, of course. And then everything shifted. My life went a whole different way. And I actually started reconnecting with my husband, who had been in his own relationship. And he had been growing and he'd been learning and he'd been finding his own strength, his own masculinity, his own how to be loving. And so over the course of these last few months, and I have an epic story I really hope I could get to next week on how that shifted for me in the last 2 months. You guys, it was just November when we were traveling in California that we decided to embark on this epic love experiment and like, what if we could really love each other? What if we could have the relationship of our dreams together and have that be with our family? And so despite all odds, we embarked on that. And the one piece I want to say that made the difference going on it's an additional piece from yesterday's Yes Stories, is I said, okay, I'll do this with you. And I don't know the way up this mountain. We've been circling it for a decade. I don't know how we are going to get through where we are stuck around this open relationship and what's missing in our life and our relationship. And so I was like, if we're going to find a way up this mountain, we need a guide. We need somebody who's been there before, who can take us through, who, when we get stuck in lockdown and we're in our stories and we're fighting and we're angry, we can be like, help. You know, when you're like on one of those TV shows and you're like, I don't know the answer, and you get to call a lifeline, you're like, call a friend. I was like, we need a guide. We need somebody who knows the way up the mountain. And then 2 a.m. burst of inspiration, I found somebody online, and we spent an unbelievable amount of money to have coaching for 1 month, like 5 figures to have coaching for 1 month. And it worked. It worked, you guys. Miracles freaking happened. I turned around and I found the beauty of surrender. He stepped up into his masculinity in a way I've never seen before. He started embodying a whole new aspect of himself. We started treating each other completely differently. Like every day was a quantum leap evolution, where over the course of like 5 weeks, we went from like, I don't know if I can even like be in the same room with you for very long, and to like, oh my God, I'm falling in love with you and surrendering completely. And this is everything I ever wanted. It was just like night and day transformation. So that is where I'm finding myself to be today. And relating back to this, stepping into the first piece was actually finding my voice, because I never could have gotten to this today had I not first stood in my authenticity. And what happened, because I stood and I spoke my authentic truth and I was willing to be with the consequences of that, whatever they were, that authenticity and integrity and expression of my voice and of my truth catalyzed deep shifts and changes that wouldn't have happened for me or for him. And we might not have separated, but we also wouldn't have had the opportunity to heal and actually really come back together, having grown, learned, and changed, and creating the relationship of our dreams intentionally together now. We would have just continued being a little frustrated, a little resentful, and like, oh, you know? So the power of speaking your voice, and where in your life right now are you not fully expressing your voice? To whom in your life is there a truth of yourself that you haven't shared? How can you share yourself more authentically with more integrity in your life? And in what ways are you creatively holding yourself back? I've heard a lot of you in here talk about your music, your singing. Today is a beautiful day for that, because we're going to have some beautiful people coming on around that. So, speaking of which, let's go ahead and go into our meditation now. And actually, right before we do, as you guys are preparing, just get yourself ready, whatever you need to do. I'll share the embodiment ritual for today with you. So Faith, if you want to pull that up, those questions lead into your essence expression ritual. So your ritual today is allow your magical essence to express through you without filtering it. Our big work we do as humans is getting our human out of the way, getting our ego, our mind, all the filters, all the inner critics, putting that to the side is all we really need to do to allow our essence to come through. So you can choose your own medium of expression, song, visual art, movement, however your essence is calling forth to be expressed. But I invite you to spend some time today just expressing it and allowing it to just move through you, opening that channel and just allowing yourself to receive yourself and then express that authentically into the world. So does that sound like fun? Okay, Faith, you can bring down the ritual. Awesome. And then share it to the Facebook group. Okay, so with that shared, okay, I keep getting this little thing. There's one other thing that wants to be said, which is that my anxiety and my fear at speaking my voice goes away when I'm sharing from my essence, from my divinity, and from my intuition, rather than from my ego. When I don't let it be personal, my ego is what is thinking, oh, this is personal, how someone takes it, how someone receives it, right? So when I don't let my ego, when I'm not expressing from a place of identity and I'm really expressing from a place of divinity, all of my anxiety and fear at speaking my voice dissipates because it's not personal. It is simply the expression of the divine through me. So that was a piece of the activation transmission that I intended to share that just really, I was like, don't go into the meditation until you share that. That's important. It's important in your essence rituals, that's the piece that you're connecting to, is connecting into your divinity and expressing that. And then you can release any sense of anxiety or fear around it. Okay, so let's begin the meditation. Dropping in, just remembering you're safe to feel. Trust yourself. And if you need to pause the process, you're welcome to. But try and stay with me. Try and keep your, oh God, this is gonna be fun. Try and stay tuned in to my voice as we go through. Okay, so a little breath work. We are going to do the lion's breath today. Get it all out there. All right, let's just, it'll be fun. And if you can, come on video. I'm going to put it on gallery. I want to see all of your lions' faces. Let's lions roar at each other here as we do this. So hands on your knees, straighten your arms, extend your fingers. Extended fingers are meant to symbolize a lion's claws. So you're going to inhale through your nose and then exhale strongly through your mouth, making a ha sound. And then as you exhale, you open your mouth wide and stick your tongue out as far as possible towards your chin. And then you bring your internal focus, your drishti, towards your third eye. So your tongue goes down and your eyes go up, right? And then as you inhale, then you return to a neutral face and relax. And we'll do this just a few times. Okay. All right. Are you ready, you guys? Ready for some lion's breath? Bring out and express your inner lioness. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Let it all out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. How does that feel? It felt good to me. Loosen up my jaw, my throat. Express it a little bit. Okay, that was fun. All right, let's start with our opening invocation. So we open the magic portal to the divine, connected to our throats and intuition. We gather together in unity to listen to our soul's dreams and to express our authentic truth. We do this in service to humanity, that our dreams may bless ourselves and others. Divine Source, we ask for divine support to amplify this collective field, that we may activate our innate magical essence. And from this moment forward, we are attuned to the vibration of our throats, to our love, to our self-expression, and to our dreams. Aho, and so it is. Open your eyes and claim it in the chat. Aho, and so it is. All right, and we'll begin the meditation with your eyes open. So just relax in your chair, get centered, seated, balanced. Now, as you relax with your eyes open, bring your gaze up between your eyebrows as high as you can see without moving your head. Keep your eyes focused upward. And then as your eyelids get heavy, you can allow your eyelids to close, keeping your attention and focus upwards towards your third eye. And now, with your eyelids gently closed, begin to visualize in front of you 7 steps going down. You descend down the steps now. Feel your feet in each step. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you arrive at the bottom, you see a white door on your right side. Open it. Don't walk through. Don't look inside. Keep going. Next to that door, there is an elevator. Go inside. We're going down 3 floors. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Visualize yourself going out of the elevator. See yourself entering a big pink healing room with rose quartz walls. You feel welcomed and peaceful in this room. In front of you, see a regal white chair with an old wise woman sitting in that chair. Notice that her eyes are kind and her energy is inviting. Who does she remind you of? Approach her and notice she stands up and allows you to sit in her chair. Sit in her chair and feel yourself open to receive the healing she's offering. Allow her to put her hands on your head. Feel the vibration of her hands. Allow the vibration to run all the way down your body. Feel it. Focus on your breath. Observe white light coming out of her hands directly into your brain. Observe the white light coming down directly into your spine. Down, down, down to the base of your spine. Feel it. Your entire spine is full of white light. On my count of 3, you're going to allow that white light to go into every bone of your physical body. 1, 2, 3. Feel it. Allow your body to feel it. Feel it more. On my count of 3, you're going to allow that light to activate every cell of your physical body. 1, 2, 3. Feel it. Feel it more. Focus on your breath. Keep breathing and feeling. This light brings the awareness that in this infinite moment of now, you feel your self-expression, clarity, and inspiration. And you realize that you are connected to all of life. You are one with every creature, every plant, every person, every star in the universe. You become a witness to your own divinity by honoring the divine essence inherent in all of creation. Now bring your attention into your energy field and down into your throat chakra. Visualize the color blue and a spinning orb of energy at the base of the throat and slightly above your body. It is connected to effective communication, self-expression, clarity, and inspiration. As you feel into the energy field of your throat chakra, notice if there are any blockages or densities there. Observe anything, any emotion or memory that prevents you from feeling self-expressed, clear, and inspired. Scoop up these blocks in your arms and hold them in front of you. See a violet flame emerging out of the ground beneath you, and offer the memories and emotions to that flame to be alchemized and turned back into pure energy. As the flame burns up the blocks, we will clear them from your energy field with this clearing statement. Any energy blocks in the throat chakra preventing optimal functioning and energy flow are now deleted, destroyed, and uncreated across all time, space, dimensions, and reality. Your throat chakra is activated now, and its energy is flowing with ease through you and in all of your activities and life experiences. We will begin moving through your body now, relaxing it and coating your subconscious mind with empowering beliefs. Your eyelids are closed and relaxed because you are safe to express yourself truthfully and authentically. Now you draw your attention to the top of your head, and as you feel the top of your head, it becomes so relaxed and feels so good because you see that you are confident in your expression of your magical essence. Now that the top of your head is relaxed, you notice your face and it feels so good, so relaxed, like the peace you feel because you are allowed to take up space and speak up. As all your face relaxes, you notice that the back of your head is also relaxed, and a feeling of peace, joy, and relaxation is now all over your head and face, and they feel as light as a feather. Your forehead, your nose, and your eyes are now relaxed, and so is your mouth and all of the muscles in your head, because you are worthy of a self-expressed life. Now that all your head is relaxed, you feel how your breathing relaxes your neck and becomes deeper and deeper, as you know that your voice is a unique contribution to the world. As your neck and head are relaxed, this blissful relaxation moves from your neck through your arms to the tip of your fingers. And as you feel relaxed, you realize that you are being sung by source energy. Now your arms are relaxed, and you focus your breathing and relaxation in your torso. Your chest, your stomach, and your back are all becoming lighter and lighter. As your breath makes you relax your torso, you know that you feel amazing because you trust the brilliance that comes through your voice. Now your pelvis is becoming relaxed. Just like air, it becomes lighter and lighter with every breath. And every second of this meditation, you feel more peaceful and joyful because you are one with the magical essence of your authentic self. The relaxation is now moving down your legs, making them feel as light as air and feathers, because your breathing is longer and calmer every time. Now that your legs are relaxed, your toes and feet become relaxed too. And as they relax, you realize that you can make a difference in society and the world by authentically expressing yourself. Now all of your body is relaxed, so relaxed and peaceful. And since you are so relaxed, you open yourself to joy and abundance because you express your emotions with courage and vulnerability. As you keep on going deeper and deeper into this trance, you are going to count the numbers 1 through 5. With every number you hear, you will go deeper into this state of absolute relaxation and peace. 1, and you go deeper into the trance. And as you go deeper, you realize that you show the world the magical essence that you truly are. 2, you go even deeper. Your breathing is long and paused and soft. It makes you go deeper and deeper into the trance. And as you go deeper, you feel that you are creative in the way that you express yourself. 3, now you dive even deeper into a state of calmness, joy, and peace, because you release the blocks that keep you from being the fullest expression of who you are. 4, your relaxation and peace is very profound. Complete calmness in all of your being, and you feel the joy and abundance that as you live in present moment awareness, you are vibrant and radiating with light. 5, you dive even deeper to a complete and absolute state of relaxation and joy. As you feel this complete state, you realize that you are worthy of expressing yourself fully, completely, in any way your essence desires. Now, we will access a psychic healing tool called your grounding cord. Begin to gain awareness of your spine. Feel at the base of your spine a cord of energy. Like an extension of your spine, this cord of energy grows down. See it growing. Past the chair you're in, past the floor, growing into the earth, all the way down, 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 reaching the center of the planet, where you'll feel a motherly love energy. Fill up on this love. You are safe, you are held, you are nurtured. Begin to scan your body for anything else you may be feeling with self-expression, singing, your throat chakra, any memories of pain or trauma, so bravely feeling it all so it can be cleared and released. Notice this in your body like gray smoke. Feel it being sucked down your grounding cord to be transmuted into usable energy by planet Earth. Feel this with me. Anywhere else I am holding on to emotions, memories, or energy blockages in my throat chakra that no longer serve me, I destroy and uncreate across all time, space, dimension, and reality. Anything that's preventing me from my deepest sense of self-expression, of huge expression into the world, the sense of creativity, I destroy and uncreate across all time, space, dimension, and reality. Anywhere that I am consciously and unconsciously repeating patterns and cycles of scarcity, doubt, or self-sabotage in my throat chakra, I destroy and uncreate across all time, space, dimension, and reality. Anywhere I am holding trauma in my throat chakra from my lineage, from the collective consciousness, from other sources, I destroy and uncreate across all time, space, dimension, and reality. Feel yourself releasing down your grounding cord. Emptying, so surrendered. Thank you, Mama Earth. Thank you for always being there to transmute and alchemize that which no longer serves me to usable energy. Now, visualize that chair and stand up from the chair and bow with gratitude. You've done incredible healing work today. Leave the rose quartz room and return to the elevator. Enter the elevator. We're going up 3 floors. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. See the white door open. Go ahead and close it. We're going up 7 steps. Feel your feet on each step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your feet. 5, 6, 7. At the top of the stairs, you begin to feel with the feeling of self-expression. Your whole being expands with the feeling of confident self-expression and inspiration as you are in this deep state of peace and trance. And now you are getting ready to come back. And when you come back, you feel great, very aware and peacefully ready to return to activity. You will count from 5 to 1, and each number will make your awareness come back. And when you hear the count of 1, you will become fully awake and integrate this experience into your conscious life. 5, your sensation is coming back to your body slowly. 4, you feel your legs and gently move them a bit. 3, you feel your arms and gently wiggle them slightly. 2, you feel your torso and your head. 1, fully awake, open your eyes, welcome back. Come back here together, back into this space, into your body. So, how are you? How was that for you? Invite you to share in the chat anything that you felt, experienced, noticed. Do you see any colors, feel anything in your throat, or notice anything in your life and visions? So just feel anything in your energetic body that shifted or changed as we did that powerful movement of energy in the throat chakra. So much of us, we have so much. Wow, something came out of my throat. John says, wow. So much that comes up into us, but oftentimes gets throttled in our throat. Who we truly are as we work through the bottom chakras, we have these other pieces expanded, but then in our throat, that is where we can sometimes choke ourselves, throttle ourselves, hold our self-expression back here. So it's so powerful to open that and unleash that. Remembering how much the throat is actually connected to our sacral chakra in childbirth, right? You need to express, to open your cervix and allow the baby to be born into the world. You need to be able to freely express through your throat and make noise and go, ah, because the opening of the larynx and the throat is also connected to the opening of the cervix, the opening of your creativity. It's all connected in here. It's just remembering that from my own childbirth experiences. Okay. Just want to see a little tippy. I keep having to cough. Coughing is sometimes too, I've read, can be related to something that you're resisting, that you're not expressing. Like when you're talking to someone, you say something and then you cough. Sometimes it can be like, oh, like what is it in what I just said that I'm not fully expressed in, or I'm not fully accepting? So that's something maybe to be with, and just an inquiry for yourself. And Rochelle, you were seeing that your throat chakra was vibrating and you saw blue. Amazing. Yes. And Tage, a bone being brought out. Also felt some sensation in my throat. Interesting, Tage. Okay. Not sure what that means. Rachel, I saw the belief that I don't have anything worthwhile to share dissolve. Yes. All right, well, let's go ahead and move forward. These are amazing things that you all saw and experienced in your meditation. It was absolutely perfect and profound for you, exactly as it was. So also releasing any criticism or judgment or comparison around that. What you received was perfect for you in that moment. And so much is happening in the subtler levels that our conscious mind isn't even aware of. So yeah. Okay, now I'm so excited to present our dear Makesha Rain. Many of you were here this morning as I opened up the session with her song. It's one of my favorites, Calling Down a Blessing. I love that one, Makesha. And that was our opening song as everyone entered the room this morning. I wanted to bring your voice into the space here, even just as we opened our portal. So Makesha is a conscious music artist, performer, teacher, and kirtan leader. She's as a vocal empowerment coach. Makesha lights up around supporting people to open their voices, transform their states of being, and be witnessed, seen, and heard in their true expression. As a trauma-informed facilitator and graduate of Naropa University in Boulder, Makesha feels passionate about providing a space of healing through music. And as an IFS-informed coach, Makesha uses internal family systems to support you in attending to your parts that need healing around singing, that inner child. Makesha is a conscious music artist passionate about making music that invites participants to chant along. And I didn't get to this part of my story earlier today that I was thinking of, but a huge part of opening my own throat chakra was in embracing ourselves, was in embracing my own voice through sacred song. And being in medicine circles and through chanting and through mantras was a huge part of where I started to get out of my head. The inner critic turned off and I was able to actually just allow sound and vibration to move through my voice. So I really, really connect and relate to the work that Makesha does in the world. And I just so am appreciative of who she is, her gifts and her talents, for her coming on today to speak with us. So without further ado, Makesha, I would love to turn it over to you. Welcome.
Oh, Mayumi, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm so excited to be here. I loved the throat chakra meditation. What a gift to be able to release and then call forth for our expression.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Such a gift to be here in this magical essence. And, I would love to share just a little bit about my journey. And then I would really love to bring us into an exercise together. Um, I love to sing, and I've always loved to sing, and I've always loved to share my voice. But for many, many years, I experienced intense anxiety, intense fear, and a lot of really limiting beliefs about myself. And I would be really curious who here that's with us today has had a similar experience. You really long to express yourself in some way, but yet doing so in front of people brings up intense body sensations, maybe some feelings of nervousness or fear or stage fright. Um, or you have beliefs about yourself like, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, people won't like it. So I would be curious if anybody that's on today has had any similar experiences, and anything that you want to write in the chat about this, I would really love to know. So, when I really started singing sacred mantras through kirtan, kirtan, by the way, in case you don't know, is call and response sacred chanting in the Hindu tradition. I really started connecting with divine source and singing sacred mantra. And at the same time, I was in a band and we traveled nationwide, played festivals and shows. And I really got a chance to heal my limiting beliefs about myself. Through internal family systems, I worked directly with these limiting parts that would come up, these limiting beliefs, and I healed them. at the same time that I was really developing these somatic shamanic practices to stay calm and centered in my body while I was singing. So I worked from the top down and the bottom up, right? So top down is more like working with your beliefs, um, healing traumatic memories from the past around how people had responded to my voice and my expression, my big expression, visualization, meditation, and then working bottom up is working with the body, right? Working with the sensations that arise to bring us into a state of rest and digest rather than fight or flight. Yeah, and I see some people put in the chat here. Always loved to sing, but I got shut down and told I had an ugly voice. I'm so sorry. Had a hard time speaking up, thinking that I hadn't anything important to say. Yeah, my father tamped it down. Struggle with feeling I don't matter. Not good sometimes comes up. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing these, Oftentimes, as a way to control us, people will comment on our voice, right? If you silence my voice, you silence my choice. And especially as women, we have a lineage that's been passed down to us that it can be easier to stay small and silent than it can be to express ourselves, right? Because we have to deal with the reactions of other people. And that's just the way that it is. We can go dance in a corner or paint, and we're not really going to be impacting another person. But when we share our voice, we're impacting someone. They're hearing us, and they may have an opinion or a thought about it. So what I've worked to do with myself and how I support other people is really bringing the attention so much in here, so much inside of the beautiful sensations that I'm feeling, that what's going on around me doesn't matter as much. Because if I'm expressing myself and I'm out here really caring about how others are receiving it, it's really not going to work as well. So really being able to embody the vocal confidence instead of being out there caring about how it's being received, caring more about what it is that I have to express. And as a vocal empowerment coach, that's how I work with people. I'm trained in internal family systems, and we get to really go and look at the beliefs and the traumas of your past, unpack those, develop a new relationship and heal those beliefs, while at the same time learning practices to stay calm and centered and learning advanced vocal technique to step into your unique vocal offering. So I would love to lead us through an exercise, and I'm wondering if you all are open to that. Yeah. So I'm so glad that you all have opened up and connected with the lower chakras, because whenever anyone comes to me and says, Mikesha, I have a throat chakra blockage, and I say, well, that might be true, but the reality is that this entire being here is our instrument, and that in order to make a sound, the breath must come up through the vocal cords. So we must have access to having the breath fill our entire abdomen. So I want to encourage us to start to do a little bit of circling, just like this on our hips. Feeling your spine circling, and in the front, feeling your chest come through and your throat open, and in the back, feeling the back of your body open. And at the same time, I want to encourage you to breathe deeply into your abdomen, feeling the breath expanding your rib cage, feeling the breath expanding in your back and your sides. And then as you exhale, just encourage a sound to come out. Oh, it doesn't have to be pretty. Nobody can hear you. You're on mute in your own home, so let any sound come out that wants to. Oh. And then whenever it feels like the right time for you, just begin to go the other direction. Circling around the other direction again, connecting with that deep breath all the way down into your pelvic bowl if you can. Giving yourself permission for your tummy to be wide and big as it fills with breath, and letting a sound on the exhale come out. Ah. Ah. Yeah. And coming to a place where you feel that your spine is really supporting your back. So not slumped back into a chair if you can help it. Because as our spine really supports our back, it creates space for the breath to move up and out through the mouth in the voice. Bringing your attention to your jaw and putting your hands on your jaw just like this. And now we're going to do 3 times of taking a deep exhale and letting our jaw release with the help of our hands like this. Deep in. Oh. Tending to any tight spaces as you take your time. And 2 more times like that. Oh. Inviting space between your teeth. Inviting your jaw and your tongue to be heavy. Oh. So many of us have tight jaws. Letting your jaw just release and open. Giving yourself permission to make sound. So being curious for the rest of this time, just how much can you let your jaw hang open? So our head is a resonator. And as we make more space in our jaw, we make more room for the sound to come out. So I'm going to invite us into a musical conversation on the vowels. So I want you to say with me, A, E, I, O, U. Now it's your turn. A, E, I, O, U. And this time we're going to let the face be really just like messy as we did. A, E, I, O, U. Just stretching everything out. A, E, I, O, U. So whether we're speaking or we're singing, I like to think of the vowels as the river and the consonants as the banks. So you want to always sustain on a vowel, right? You can't sustain on a consonant, on a t, p, on a s, on a j. You sustain on the vowel. So I want you to try this. I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to sing A, I, O, U. It can be on that tone or any other tone. So in your own time, give it a try. A, I, O, U. Great. And just notice how that felt in your body to hear your own voice. And so we're going to enter deeper into a musical conversation where the invitation is, number 1, to hear your own voice and to have gratitude that you are able to make a sound in this life. Just be curious what it would be like to suspend judgment, even just for a few moments, and just let yourself express. So I'm going to sing, and then there's going to be spaciousness, right? And in the spaciousness, you're going to sing, kind of like a conversation going back and forth. So we're going to start with a lower register, a lower tone, you can sing what I'm singing, or you can sing something different. And you're invited to mix up the vowels any way you want. It can be A, U, I, O, A, E, I, E, I, E, I, O. A little bit of a kid's song there. Um, and the invitation here for this first musical conversation is that we're going to direct all of our energy into the earth through our voice. In any way that that works for you, just envisioning that your voice is grounding yourself into the earth. All right, so deep breath in before you sing. I'll sing and you can respond. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I, oh, eh. Hey, oh, I, eh. I, oh, eh. Beautiful. So now the intention with your voice is going to be to connect with something sacred, something wise, or something true. Whatever that means for you. And we're going to sing in a bit of a higher register. And again, you can sing what I'm singing or sing whatever comes out, remembering to take that nourishing deep breath before you sing. Hey, I, oh, hey. Ooh, ah, hey, hey. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, hey. Hey, hey, oh. Ooh, ah, hey, oh. Beautiful. And so just noticing the resonance in your body, noticing how it feels to share your voice and to just create an improv. I noticed a doggy friend. I wonder if the doggy friend was participating at all in the howling. All right, friends. So I want to. Oh, the dogs were freaking out. I want to invite us into a bit of sacred songwriting. I want to invite you into an experience of writing a power mantra for yourself. So, what is your offering through your voice? What is your sacred offering? Instead of feeling into your voice and whether you're speaking or singing as a performance for others, I like to reframe it as an offering. What are you offering through your voice? And so I'm going to invite you to get in touch with, what do you stand for? This can be something you stand for yourself, healing for yourself, or healing for your community, healing for your world. And so here are some seed sentences. I'm going to stand for blank, and then just fill in the blank. I'm going to stand for the power of blank, and fill in the blank. I'm going to stand for the healing of blank, right? And I'm just going to invite you to receive a message right now. And if you have paper and pen, or if you want to write it on your computer or your tablet phone, just write whatever comes to you. There's a million right ways to do this. So if anything is coming to anyone, please share it in the chat if you feel called. And I'm just going to read whatever comes through. I'm going to stand for the power of myself. I'm going to stand for the healing of myself and others. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. I am the truth of God. Yes. Yes, yes. Whatever comes through right now is perfect. It does not have to follow the sentence stem that I wrote in there. It's really about tuning in and just letting the words come of your offering, of what you would like to offer through your voice. Kind of as Mayumi was saying, getting out of our own way to realize that we are here as a portal to the divine to share truth through our voice, right? And it doesn't matter if we think that we're worthless, if we think that don't have something to say. That is absolutely not true. It's really about just opening to the divine and seeing what wants to come through. I'm going to stand for the power of speaking my heart's truth. I'm going to stand for the power of difference through perspective for others. I offer healing and I offer healing and guiding hand. I'm going to stand for grace in all its forms. I'm going to stand for the power of self-expression. Yes. Oh, there's so many beautiful ones coming through us. Yes, I love it. Okay, so here's the invitation now. I want you to choose one of the things that you've written. And I want this to be your phrase. Okay, and remember, you can, have 1,000 phrases all the time, but this is just for this exercise. And I'm going to take you through a little exercise, okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your phrase and you're just going to whisper it, right? You can whisper it in your hand. And I'm going to just demonstrate with Mayumi's because I think it's so perfect for this beautiful offering that Mayumi has. I'm going to stand for the magic in all of us. So that would be, I'm going to whisper for the magic in all of us. So take your hand and just put it here and just say, I'm going to whisper for the magic in all of us. But just do your own one. I'm going to whisper for magic. Whisper for magic. Yes, great. All right, so now we're going to say it out loud, remembering that the breath is the power for the voice. So breathing in deeply first and say it out loud, your own one. I'm going to speak for the magic in all of us. And now just let yourself amplify and increase your volume maybe by 10%. I'm going to speak for the magic in all of us. Yeah, just notice what's happening. Notice if it wants to come out in any different way, and we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to speak for the magic in all of us. Right. So now we're going to bring it into song form and invite in any melody. And every melody that you have is perfect. It doesn't have to be a certain way. So I'll sing and you can sing, remembering that deep breath. I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us. I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us. Yeah. I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us. Yeah, noticing how it feels to sing. So also I changed going to gonna because Ghana invites this open vowel sound in the mouth. Ghana, it's actually easier to sing. So now I want you to imagine that with your voice, you actually have the power to impact positive change. Just imagine that you are in front of people, whether it's virtually or on a stage somewhere, and that through your voice and through your offering of what you're standing for, that you are impacting people because you are, right? There's no more time to play small in your limiting stories. The world needs your healing voice. The world needs your magic and your medicine. We're really at a tipping point here on our earth, and your medicine is truly valuable for you and for the world. So imagining that you can take this beautiful offering and beautiful power mantra and just share it with the world. And so singing from that place, right? Embodying our vocal confidence from that place of it's not really about me, it's about what I'm here to share with you. So taking that deep breath in and letting your voice ring out and sing again. Here we go. I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us. I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us. Yeah, beautiful. All right. So, friends, we only have about 5 more minutes, but I really wanted to open up the space. And I don't know that there's not going to be time for everyone to share. But if you feel like you want to risk and take a beautiful risk in this supportive community and share your voice, I'm just curious, Mayumi, is it possible that some people could unmute and share their voice?
All right, switched it to allow you to unmute yourself. So you should be able to go ahead and just do that whenever, whoever would like. I don't think it's going to be a flood. So if you're feeling brave, we talked about being brave, bold, and courageous and taking those big leaps earlier today. So here's your chance.
So the idea is
Rachel,
that,
I think I hear Rachel unmuting back there. All right.
Go ahead and share your power mantra one time, and then mute and make room for somebody else. So go ahead.
Now, am I doing the same thing? I'm going to sing the magic in all of us, or am I doing my own?
You can do your own. You can do your own. Yeah.
Okay. I am the truth of God.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Rachel. Thank you. I love your courage.
Thank you. Okay, who's next?
I'll go next.
Great.
I'm gonna speak my heart's truth.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Liz. Who's next?
I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us. I'm gonna sing the magic in all of us.
Thank you so much. Nova, thank you. Who's next?
I can. I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Alana, thank you for sharing your voice. Rachel says heart to all your voices. Rachel, you want to share yours?
Sure. Is it okay if I stay off video? I'm I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us.
Thank you. Warms my heart to hear your voice, Rachel.
Oh, I love you. You're doing so great, sis.
Thanks. That's my sister.
Oh. We have time for a few more. Anybody else feel called to share their voice today?
I will. To be true to the self-expression.
Yes.
I'm gonna sing for the power of self-expression.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Okay, can I go? Okay. I'm gonna sing for the healing of our mind.
Yay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
Can I sing?
all right. Anybody else before we bring this exercise to a close?
I want to go.
Smitha?
Hello?
Yeah, Smitha, we
I'm
hear you.
gonna
Go
go.
ahead.
Okay. I want to help you live your full life by design.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
I want to go too.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
That's okay. You can just go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nah. I am
Thank you so much.
Yes, Joan, thank
Beautiful.
you.
That was a beautiful way to close this sharing. And I would just be curious what that was like for you all in the chat. The whole exercise that we did, what that was like, what it was like to have the courage to share your voice and know that also it's totally okay if you didn't share your voice. It's just beautiful to open up those channels, right? I would be curious how it felt to just open up that channel of sacred songwriting, letting that offering, letting that what you stand for come through your voice, and remembering that you are powerful and you are worthy because what you have to share is beautiful. Yeah, so thank you all so much, and thank you for having me, Mayumi.
Yes, Makesha, thank you so much. Feel like closing it out. I'll share my voice. I didn't because I wanted everyone else to go, but to close us out, should I share my voice, y'all?
Absolutely.
I sit here and I just talk every day, but singing, I'm still feeling the nerves. I'm still feeling edgy. So, but I'm gonna share. I'm gonna sing for the magic in all of us. So there you are. I'm singing over here for the magic.
Yay.
All of us. Thank you, Makesha. And you know what I love, Makesha, is so many people put in the chat that it was so liberating, like specifically so liberating,
Yes.
which is amazing that you picked up on this particular frequency within Makesha, because that is exactly what she offers. So if you just want to take just a moment really quick, I don't know if your container is still open, but also your previous event, Makesha just did her own event, Temple of the Voice. Do you have bundles available if people want to go and receive more from you? Can they still get the replay bundle?
Yes, they can still get the replay bundle. It's at templeofthevoice.com. And that was a free event that I did online similar to Mayumi's. And then, yeah, as Mayumi said, I have a virtual course called Liberate Your Voice, where we heal the voice and mind, body, spirit, and emotions. And it's really designed to give you a breakthrough with your singing voice so that you can truly embody your vocal confidence in this lifetime. So the Liberate Your Voice doors are not open right now. Those doors are closed right now, but they will be opening again in the spring. So if you feel called to get on my mailing list, I'm going to be doing some more free offerings and also virtual courses where you can tune in with your voice and tune in with me from anywhere in the world.
Yay, awesome.
Thank you
So if
so
you
much.
enjoyed her exercises, go follow her on social media. And yeah, she has, I didn't put it here. Actually, if you can just drop it yourself, Mikesha, the Temple of the Voice, because it's like not very expensive, I think. I don't know how much for your bundle, but probably not all that much. And then you get all the content of like daily things, guest speakers, vocal exercises, all these things. So if you want to practice and continue opening your voice, and you enjoyed Mikesha's presence and exercises today, that is a way that you can do so. So thank you so much, Mikesha, for coming on. You really just brought this sense of I just love the sense of it's like peace. Like you just embody this just like peacefulness. That I just really receive in my heart, and self-acceptance and just unconditional love for our voices and our expression. Yeah, Joan, your presence is out of this world. It is. So thank you,
Oh,
Mikesha.
thank you so much. Thank you for that beautiful reflection. And your event has just been incredible. And I'm so thankful to be here today and connect with all of you and hear your voices. So thank you all so much.
Thank you. All right. And then I want to bring on my dear sister, Ashley. Ashley Alchemist. Ashley's incredible. She's a natural born multidisciplinary artist, musician, channeler, immersive experience designer, and mad scientist of the heart. I love your bio. She is a sort of female Professor X, supporting super empaths find their true voice, shed their need to fit in, fear of rejection, and rise into the magnificence of their authentic expression. All her offerings will take you on an inspiring spiritual ride into sacred play, vocal alchemy, art as a divine language, and yourself as vibration. A poetic invitation for you to creatively remember yourself back to life. Ashley is my dear soul sister. She is the actual sister of Avea that we met earlier this week, and I met her through Avea. And just between the two of them, they are just like these shining lights in my life that have supported me immensely through the production of this event. Like Ashley also was the designer through her creative empath and then practical skills of the websites that you all went to, that Activate Your Magical Essence and Elevate Your Magical Essence, all my social media, everything. Like she is the beautiful designer behind all of that. So thank you so much. This event is made just infinitely more beautiful through your expression of the essence of the event. So just want to thank you so much and welcome you and all of your gifts on here. So I will turn it over to you. Are you unmuted now? I want to hear. I know you were preparing some amazing stuff for us this morning. I saw on Instagram and reposted, was like, oh my gosh.
Yes, can you hear me? Can everyone
Yes.
hear me? All right. Hello, everyone. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here with all of you. I am live from Thailand, so it's actually like past midnight here. And I still feel so energized by the opportunity to serve and share and just be present with this beautiful theme that is so central to my life. Yes. And Mikesha, is so amazing to meet you, darling. I love to meet other vocal alchemists. We have such a similar devotion field, yet we serve through such a different vibration, and I love that. And I think it highlights how we never need to feel like if we have an inspiration to do something, like, oh, someone else is already doing it, because no one is ever going to do it the way you do it. And you're going to serve a very specific, group of people. In a nutshell, I am a creative channeler. So I speak all the arts, from dance, singing, sculpting, creating websites, photography, videography, The way I understand it is that it's all one language. It's all one divine language. And I want to speak into that a little bit, and how though what I facilitate through the voice and what I help facilitate through movement practice and through visual arts is really a way for each and every one of you to access this divine channel that you are. And you know, we have this notion, this concept that we're all one, and each of us are a fractal of this one beautiful consciousness, right? We all kind of inherently feel that and know that, but to really get to know, well, what fractal am I? You know, I like to view it as like, imagine everyone is an element on the periodic table of elements, but we come in and you don't necessarily know what element you are, you know, because you're in it. And, you know, depending on what element is on the periodic table, you can put it next to another type of element and all of a sudden that becomes explosive. You could put it next to another type of element and then it just becomes inert. It doesn't do anything. Or you can put it in a category of elements that really resonate well with the design of that. And all of a sudden it creates other molecules and other things. And then it becomes this like force of creation because it's in its element. So a lot of what I facilitate through the arts is allowing a beautiful, safe, really immersive space for someone to witness and experience the element they are. And once you really tap into that feeling, it becomes so clear in your everyday life. When are you in that range that corresponds and nurtures the element that you are, and when you're out of it? And therefore, the conversation that you have with your life and the conversation that you're going to have with making decisions as to what you're going to do and how and where and when and what, it gets so simplified down to, is this a vibrational match for me or not? But until we kind of feel ourselves as a vibration, it's very hard to grasp or even have that kind of compass. Therefore, everything I offer is a way for you to feel and experience directly like your own frequency. I came across this expansive sort of practice that I'm developing. I'm actually a hypnotherapist, but I do it in this creative way in which I'm simply creating the conditions for you to rewire yourself, for you to self-hypnotize if you wish. And instead of using the language of the mind, which is talking, we're just going direct into the subconscious through creativity, which is really the language of the subconscious. And it's a universal language, be it movement, art, or singing or sound. This is the fundamental universal language. And my favorite, most direct pathway is the voice, because the voice is what? It's a frequency. We live in a reality that is entirely comprised of frequency. So if we're speaking and thinking, that's the language of the mind. When we begin to really understand ourselves as frequency, we can begin to have a direct conversation with our own reality. And now that becomes really, really interesting and inspiring. And the shifts that start to happen in every area of your life are just absolutely unbelievable. So today I want to offer you a little experience of yourselves as frequency, of yourselves as instruments of love. And we're going to all be in this experience together. And then at the end, I'm going to offer you something that I developed, that it's a way of singing that really speaks to cellular memory within the others. So you'll receive a vocal transmission from me that really you're going to feel it in your body, and it helps release any kind of memories that are stored in the body that may be blocking you from just freeing your inner voice. And it also will serve as a demonstration of how we can use our voices to unlock ourselves and others. So without further ado, I have the welcome to my little music studio here in Thailand. I'm here working on a sound journey album. So if ever you really resonate with whatever you experienced this evening, I have a YouTube channel and there's some of these tracks are on there. And if you listen to them with headphones, you can really enjoy a powerful, super supportive experience or meditation through sound and voice. For now, just be comfortable. If you have headphones, I would suggest that you put them on to have like really an enhanced experience. If you don't worry about it. Also, if you feel comfortable to turn your camera on, please do, because it's so nice to share this collective field. Since we're in the expression field, you know, the expression that you have accessible to you in this moment is your image, like the opportunity for us to witness you. There's so much medicine in being witnessed and heard. And if you can't put your camera on, that's also completely all right. One of my most favorite instruments to use as a hypnotherapist is the Shruti box. I'll show you what it is. This is a very old instrument from India. It's the ancestor of the accordion. And this instrument it's a drone instrument. So it gives off a constant frequency, and this allows your mind to go into a trance state. And from there, this acts like a tuning fork for all the energies that you are made of. So if you're made of a ton of energies, this is going to make one constant sound to which all your energy field can tune itself. So what we're going to do all together is you're going to experience what it feels like to harmonize your energy field by singing with me. And once you're harmonized, that's when you can actually experience what your frequency feels like. So I hope you guys are excited for this. I'm excited for all of you to get to feel yourselves. It's truly magical. So I'm gonna start a little something, something. Let me know if you can hear this. Can everyone hear this? All right, awesome. Liz, Ilana, Tiffany, Joan, Rachel, Nomsa, Ruth, Tippity, Rachel, Anna, Cecil, Julisa, Christy, Mayumi, of course. Thank you for being here, and for everyone watching at home on the replay, for everyone on Facebook. It's an honor to serve you. So we're going to start together by taking a deep inhale. A deep inhale for the mind. We're going to thank our minds for all the services that it provides us, for keeping us safe, for rationalizing our situations, bringing us into this container, perhaps. And with the exhale, we are going to invite the mind to rest for the next little while. Deep breath in. Smoky breath out. And we're going to take a deep breath in for this machinery of heaven, which is our bodies. And whatever emotions you went through today, just even on this one call, is a cocktail of chemistry coming in from your sensory system, coming in from the field of energy all around you. And all of this you can experience through this beautiful body. So we're going to take a deep breath of gratitude for our beautiful bodies and how they allow us to interface with the world, be of service, to love, to feel. And with every exhale, I'd like you to communicate to your body that it is safe. take a couple of inhales for spirit. Taking a moment to acknowledge that we are not just our minds, we are not just our bodies, but we are something else. Maybe something eternal, with this loving presence that gets to have an incredible experience through the incarnation that you are in this moment. So we're going to inhale as spirit, enjoying a breath through you. How does it feel to breathe as Ilana, as Christy, as Cecile, as Joan, as Nomas? And anytime your voice needs a break during this practice, you come back to this smoky breath. It relaxes the vocal cords. And just like we did with Makesha, on the next exhale, I want you to let out any sound that would feel really satisfying to your mind, to your body, and your spirit. Deep breath in. And deep breath in. And on this exhale, we're going to make a low hum. Bring a hand to your throat, and I'd like you to feel the vibration coming from this area of your body. I want you to actually enjoy how comforting this vibration is. On the next hum, I want you to open the back of the throat as if there's like a ball shape, and then relax it and open, and just feel how it changes the vibration, just with curiosity, no judgment. And then I'd like you to hum through the nasal area. Challenging our perceptions of what is a beautiful sound, and welcoming every aspect of yourself to be present in this moment and welcome and loved and received and has space to be expressed. So again, we're gonna hum from the nasal area, then continue the hum into the throat, and then to an open throat, and just feel how every aspect of growth goes from a contraction to an expansion. And we're connecting symbolically with that process in this humming from the nasal to throat to open throat. It's going to sound like and let it wash a wave of relaxation into your body. So deep breath in all together. Feel that again. Beautiful. Now I want you to just send whichever vibration was most comforting to you. Send this vibration into your jaw, your skull, and the back of the neck. And within this vibration, we're going to embed the frequency of safety. And we're going to allow this safety to travel down our nervous system, down the spine, to the root chakra, which I'm sure you learned about already. And with your beautiful humming, you're going to send this feeling of safety into your entire body. Your bones, your blood, your lymphatic system, your nervous system, all of it. Allow your whole being to vibrate with safety. Beautiful. And with your voice and the sound sa with the same note, how about we all together send this vibration of safety into the collective field so it can find anyone who needs a bit of this feeling of safety right now. So deep breath in. Frequency with intention equals healing. Connecting with your voice and yourself as an instrument of change and love. And now we're going to link this safety and we're going to pull it into our wombs and our sacral area, life force energy, creativity, motivation, inspiration. Let us bring the feeling that it's safe to be in our sacral. So we're going to connect these two by going from sa to nya. So it's going to sound like sa, nya. Deep breath in. Sa, nya. you to go very soft and then very loud. And I'm going to demonstrate what this is going to sound like. Understanding that the force of creation can be soft and sweet and also powerful and disruptive, and it's all welcome. Deep breath in. With this now, we're allowing our life force energy, giving it full permission to be expressed in this timeline that you're in and be fully supported by you in every aspect of yourself. One last time, full of permission. Smoky breath to relax the vocal cords. Now we're going to rope our sense of safety and our womb wisdom in full permission with the center of our power, with this feeling of all-knowing, which is the solar. And we're going to activate the solar with the sound Re. And we're going to use our diaphragms to activate it. It's as if we're giving a voice to breath of fire. So it's going to sound like this to connect the three. All right, deep breath in. Two more times, really full of intention to link all of these essences of yourself together. One last time. And now moving into the intelligence and wisdom of the solar earth with the voice, we have two diaphragms, one in the little one in our throat and one here to activate this part of us that just knows. And we want to give validation to when you just know. And we're going to give it validation through this bouncing of the voice, giving it authority in our lives. So you can experiment in the next little while with the little diaphragm, different paces, just feeling for what feels satisfying. And from the big diaphragm, maybe connecting the two. All right. So just allow yourself to play and find something that feels satisfying. And maybe this is going to awaken some of our ancestral lineage. Who knows? Deep breath in. Maybe testing out the big one. Maybe playing with the speed. Give authority to your inner knowing. And the last one we're going to do today all together is the heart. Of course, the heart. Connecting safety to our sacral permission to be, to the authority of our all-knowing, empowered space here, and to the ultimate compass, which is the heart, which is going to be Ma. So we're connecting it all together. It's going to sound like deep breath in all together. Two more times, full of intention and enjoyment. One last time, linking all of these energies, these essences of yourself, bringing them all online together as one cohesive inner voice. Staying in the heart. With your voice, I want you to send love to any part of yourself that needed love this week, today, this hour, this minute, this moment. And on the next one, I'd like you to sing Ma and the notes slightly above and slightly below. all together, we're going to send our love into the field for anyone, any situation, any animal, person, plant, to our planet. We're going to send them love through our voices. Because you know what happens when we sing together? It creates a force field. Make a force field with me. Deep breath in. Two more times. And go anywhere. Sing a melody from the Ma that is like a lullaby for yourself and the world. Hand on your heart, smoky breath. I want you to receive yourself in this moment. Tuning into the effervescence you feel within and all around your body. And you're going to gently tap on the front of your chest. And we're going to embed the memory of this feeling that surrounds you, that fills you in this moment. This is your frequency. There's no one else on this planet that has the frequency you have. Every meaningful thing that is meant for you will come from this vibration. You will remember yourself. Breathe in deep, smoky breath. Fill the space around you with your own vibration, with your breath. This is your frequency home. So whenever you feel out of center, you come here to recharge. Right here. Feels good to be home, right? When your field is harmonized, your brainwave patterns are synchronized with your heart frequency. And what happens literally, and this is measurable through science, is your auric field or your magnetic field goes off the body up to 12 feet off, like from your body. And you become a magnet. So when we're looking for our purpose, what I've realized over the years and through the facilitations that I do is if you harmonize yourself every day, you will simply magnetize what's meant for you. Your life will just become populated with synchronicities. And all you have to do is this. Harmonize your field. Isn't this fun? Like, isn't this beautiful? Isn't this easy? Accessible? It doesn't cost anything. You can do it with yourself anytime. You are a beautiful, unique piece of the puzzle to bring harmony back to our world. And the more you stand powerfully in the vibration that only you are, the more your presence will awaken that aspect in others and allow them to remember you as themselves. Thank you for being here right now. What you do for yourself, you do for us all. And I have no doubt that every single one of you are going to make some epic contributions to the well-being of us all. So for this last little few moments I have with all of you, I don't know how much time I have. I was in the channel here. I'd like you to receive a very special channeled transmission. Here in Thailand, I lived with monks, and I also have been communing with the consciousness of the ocean as a symbol to surrender to my own inner ocean. And with the monks, I received so much about the revival of the frequency of sacredness in our world, which is what I stand for, but through play and creativity. So I took some sound samples of the monks when they chanted, when we prayed in the morning, of the ocean here. And I would love to gift you what I have received, what I have experienced through sound. So make yourself very comfortable, very relaxed. And this is my gift to all of you tonight. Oh, tonight. I don't know what time it is for whoever, but in this moment. So take your time, get comfy. Close your eyes and imagine yourself floating in the ocean that you are. allowing yourselves to return slowly. We went on a journey.
That was a journey. I really moved. I have tears. Really received that so deeply in my heart.
Power of speaking the language of vibration, frequency, universal symbolism. Power of your hearts, power of your each and every one of your expressions.
Yeah. The love in the chat. That was so beautiful and transcendent. Christy says there was so many tears for me and tears of love. Me too. My heart expanding and in a way and in a particular frequency of love that I haven't felt in a while. That sound healing specifically does.
Yeah. My tagline is the art of being love.
It is an art and it is a beingness of love. Wow. Cool.
I really feel so moved when I get to share this kind of intimacy, frequency with new people. Thank you for trusting me.
Wow.
Experience. And for I receive your vibrations. Like that's my main language is vibrational. I definitely received all of you, and wow, so beautiful.
Yeah, the vibrations of the women here I've been feeling all week as we've been together in our Zooms and Facebook and communicating and sharing, and they're extraordinary people. So powerful. I honor all of you. I feel your vibrations so deeply, and they're calling forth my vibration, my sharing, my story, my magic, and my essence. Which is another fun little tidbit, is that it's Ashley that actually named my Yumi essence. So I ended up becoming my name, my brand. She just was like, I was like, I'm feeling like I need a different name than what I had originally put on it. And she's on our conversations, she's like, my Yumi essence, that's it.
Yeah, it's not even that I named it. I like because when we start speaking this frequency language, we can understand others in a really different way. It's almost as if over time, this ability to creatively channel, speak all the arts comes from what you experienced today. And so when I was making the website for Mayumi, the way I do that offering, for example, is I drop in to Mayumi's frequency and I create from there. So the website is not necessarily like what I would make for myself, but I channel her. So when we were discussing and she was sharing her vision and everything, I just received like Mayumi essence and just shared it. So, when we're harmonized like this and when we speak this frequency language more and more fluently, when we serve others, wow, it's like we're not even there. It feels like we're in a river or in an ocean and we're just following these currents, and it's really the most beautiful feeling.
I feel you. I know exactly. I don't know in your experience, but in my own experience, I have a very similar. That's how I go. It's where I go when I drop into sessions with people, when I drop into just their essence and healing and working with people. I don't take them on me. I go into them in their field when I do a Reiki session and I'm balancing chakras, or when I'm doing transformational coaching. I just go into their field and energies and then feel, and then the healing comes just from like massaging out the kinks, the blockages energetically, emotionally, wherever they're held. It's just in like allowing that flow of energy that wants to flow, right? And that flows in sound and in vibration. And there's And
I'd
I
love
felt
to hear if anybody wants to share what that journey was like for
it.
them. What did they receive from their own vibration or just, ooh, shamanic? Yeah.
Yeah, Joan, that
I've
was,
journeyed with shamans as well. Yeah. I've
yeah.
apprenticed. Yeah, does anyone want to share? I'm so curious to hear. I know these are like deep journeys. We get dropped in, you don't know what to expect, and then
Yeah, Ilana does. We can invite her up. Ilana, if you have a quick.
Yeah, it's just pretty quick because I was telling in the chat that I felt really safe, and that takes me a very long time to get there. I was up like with this moon, we're doing some ceremony with the moon, and it's self-care, it's Cancer moon. They're talking about self-care, and I was up at 3, and then yoga was at 6, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be so tired today, and I have so many things, and I'm like, that's okay, I'm just gonna go with it. And then as we're going through this journey, um I'm also journeying with Lemuria with the Moo, and just starting that journey into water and the ocean really speaks to me. So I don't know, besides all of that sort of lead up, I think that's what I'm trying to say is that it takes me a long time to get that nervous system quiet and actually feel safety. So it sounds like a short sentence, but maybe that'll give you an idea how long it takes me. And I spend hours and hours in my life just trying to calm down, really, just to get my nervous system to just be like, you're good. Yeah, you're fine. And yeah, and to build the trust and intimacy. I have a definite fear of intimacy, and that's all, I'm all in my head. And like just to get down, like get down, get down, right? Get down into the heart, into the earth. But it's the heart really, but that will do that. But to me, it's the whole body system. It's the nervous system. So when we're doing these chakras, I feel like with Mayumi, I mean, she's so great. You're so great. To you. You're so great. I mean, she's going through this huge, like, each chakra, like, and each chakra holds all of this. But like, I feel like today we just kind of like get to, it's what was it, Friday? Yeah, Friday here in Winnipeg, and snowing. It's quiet. I don't know, you know, all these things are in my mind around me. My sister, my mom, my family's always around me. I'm always figuring out where are they, what they're doing. Everybody's okay, okay, okay. They're okay. Okay, now I get to be okay. And that's really hard on me. Like, you get to be okay. The mother, you get to drop that role. You just get to be with the water and with all of you. And I felt your energies too. And I just felt you all calming down. And then it's like, hey, I get to be safe. And it's just this peaceful, serene. I can't even describe what safety is to me. It's it's just like that pure divine feminine being. It's relaxation. And it's not being tired. It's not talking too much. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
It's just that it's that heart sense. I felt it too. Just the releasing of all of the tension and anything like that. So thank you, Alana, for that share and safety. Really releasing, relaxing into the nervous system.
yeah, so glad you felt safe today. Beautiful.
Thank you, Ashley. Wow, I can't even, such a gift. Like, you saw me like in such tears, like so much moving in me, in my heart and throat.
I have to scroll back and see comments. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yes.
Oh.
Feels to be sad. Thank you.
So if any of you are interested, or like, I basically offer mentoring one-on-one containers if someone really wants to deep dive into their own gifts, into their own frequency, I do something called harmonic mapping. So it's similar to what we just did, but we're really focusing on mapping out the harmonics of your inner design and really fine tuning your whole life so that it fully supports the truth of your design. And so you can really be free in your inner voice, like to live a life that's led by your inner voice. And the consequence, a nice consequence of this practice is that you end up singing in a very impactful way. And otherwise, I have other offerings. If any of you are in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, I have created a temple space, a temple for transmutational arts. It's called the Creatrix Temple. And there are events happening there every single week that support a similar type of work. And it's a space that is, as you can imagine, extremely tuned frequentially so that you feel extremely safe, and really it's a place to expand into your expression. And then I have an online shop with printed garments. I'm actually wearing one. These are my paintings.
Yes.
And paintings that are created from a sound transmission like what I delivered this evening. Yeah, she's wearing a dress. One of my dresses. Oh my god.
Also, this is like my favorite color. And this, it is, what's this called? This print is the heart of
Heart transparency.
transparency. That was what I was going to say, transcendence. Heart
So each of these garments contains a frequency activation. So the way it works is I'll make a transmission like this that's so full of meaning, and then I'm going to play it in loops and mix paint. So the sound shapes the molecular structure of the water in the paint. And it's chemistry, so I kind of spill the paint and then this pattern emerges like what I'm wearing now. And then I digitize the painting and transfer it onto clothing. So each of these clothings are an activation to really support the masterpiece that you are. So if you're curious about that, I'm sure Mayumi can link.
Yeah, that's in here. It's the art of being.shop. So I've got it in the links that I put for her there. And so you can have just a little piece of all this frequency, and she has it in clothing and in journals and all sorts of beautiful things. Each print, you have a variety of different things. And when I first met Ashley on Avea's event, and she shared that, I like went to the shop, and I think share this story because I went to that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like my favorite color blue is called the heart of transparency, which is so what I was like in the middle of in my life at that moment. Just really resonated, and like bought the dress on the spot because I was going to only be in the US for a little while longer, and I was worried it wouldn't get to me in time. And it did. Like it was like 2 days before I left the US, it arrived. It was just barely in time, because that's why I knew I had to order it right then and there. And Ashley had just launched the shop, and I got to be her first order in the shop.
Yeah, talk about
like we hadn't even met. Like I was on Zoom with her, like you are with us right now. Like, you know, I was receiving from her and stuff, but we hadn't even really talked or met yet. And it was like our first interaction was just like, I was just such a yes to her. And like, I want her vibration and frequency everywhere in my life and on my body and being. And I just knew I needed it. And then to have her be like, oh my God, I just got an order. And I was like, and it was my first order in the shop. And I was like, wait, that was my order. And then we connected, and then we've just continued deepening our soul sistership since then. When I was like, I did this event, and Avea told me like, Ashley does do some graphic design for occasionally, and she might for you. And I was like, that is exactly what I want. So perfect, and just in every way. And I actually had a hit today of my next collaboration with you that I want to talk to you about. Like this just inspired so much for me in the realm of sound and meditation and hypnosis and some different ways that I want to play. So we'll chat about that offline. I'm going to send you a voice memo when we're done. So yes, like follow her. This woman is just pure alchemical magic.
On YouTube, you can experience more of these sound transmissions if you like. There's one called Heart of the Desert. There's one called Forever Now. I have another one that allows you to tap into your mythical persona. So yeah.
And those are Are those on your website? Or those on, I was actually looking, where do you have your things? On YouTube, on Spotify? Do you have a Spotify?
For now, it's all on YouTube, the stuff that's available, and as I create this album here in Thailand.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
So, but
releasing it on YouTube, you said?
well, I have a couple of these beautiful like sound hypnosis journeys, which is kind of what you guys experienced at the end here, a very short version. They're on YouTube. Yeah, they're
Okay, cool. What's your YouTube channel then? Is it Ashley Alchemist on YouTube?
yes, Ashley Alchemist also. Yeah. It'd be wonderful to share the path with you there as well.
So go look for her, look up Ashley Alchemist on that's her website there. It's just ashleyalchemist.com, right? Creatrix Temple has everything about the Creatrix Temple and all those offerings, and an Art of Being shop. She's just, as her bio said, just this multi-talented channel in all artistic ways. So she's got so many expressions.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're tapped into your expression, it's like it just flows out of you in all forms, and it's really incredible to live this way.
Joan, she's got some good quotes. I am sure today. Joan is amazing. She's this note taker. And then she goes and she puts these quotes in our Facebook group. And I just love them. They just so like bring out the heart of the transmission of that day and the quotes that she captures and then shares in the group. And and today I'm sure there were some amazing quotes here with Ashley. So
Can I have the chat? I'm like, I want some of these.
here, like this is our longest session ever. I'm so proud of all y'all. We saw like 50 people hanging on, and it was so worth it. And everyone in the replay, I know, and you can always come back to this too. So I want to remind everyone as we're going into the weekend, we have free replays up there in the Facebook group. They're hosted on YouTube. I'm going to link them in this afternoon's email. So if you're watching this on the replay, you can go and catch the replays. They'll all be available and free on YouTube if you have the links until January 20th. So you've got some time here to get through them. And if you just want to be able to immerse yourself in this magic anytime, every time, return back to any of this, the bundle is also available. And so that is available. And I actually just stayed up late last night putting all the replay videos into the bundle so that you can find them there if you have purchased the bundle. So everything up to now, so today is current and all the videos are all linked in there now. I keep adding bonuses to it. So last night I also put in there 3 hypnosis meditations that I've previously created on love, on abundance, and on empowerment. And so they're kind of the middle section of what we're doing right now, where they just really go into connecting, like as your torso is relaxed, you realize you are one, you are abundant in life, So like those kinds of things. So I put 3 free meditations in that bonus bundle, or bonuses in the bundle. And then I'm also going to be recording these meditations I'm doing daily. And putting those as MP3s in the bundle. So there is a lot of value in the bundle. It's currently $33, so it's totally affordable and accessible. So go ahead, go to that. Let's see, Faith, do you have the link for that at hand right now, just to drop in the chat? But it's also in all of the emails pretty much, and I'll post it on the Facebook group today. So today is a great day as we end this week to do that. And in case you want to have more time to prepare and receive all those things this weekend. And then I'm going to miss you, my loves. I'm going to miss you. And I'm ready for a weekend of integration. This has been a lot. This has been a lot. And this was such a profound, deep note of heart expansion and frequency, really like dropping you into your authentic frequency to move into your weekend. So I will see you again on Monday. We have 2 more days of these full sessions with guest speakers, and then Wednesday and Thursday will be just us, and then we'll really get to interact. Wednesday and Thursday are integration and celebration sessions, and that's really just going to be sharing Q&A, taking turns, just really opening up the microphone so we can all share more in like a circle style. So really invite you to put those on your calendar and come on Wednesday and Thursday at 10 as well, till 10 to 11 or 12, however long it wants to go, depending on how many come and how alive the energy is. So that is our schedule for next week. I look forward to seeing you on Monday and catch up with everything in the Facebook group, share your thoughts, your inspirations, your breakthroughs, your loves. And yeah, and then there's also an opportunity, if you haven't yet, to go and check out the website. You should look at it because Ashley created it. It is her artistry. So whatever you feel, yeah, whether you're interested in the program or not interested in the program, just go read through the website itself. It's amazing. And that is here, linked at mayumiessence.com/elevate is the website. So go take a look at that. And if you're interested in having that essence elevation, magic elevation experience with me, it's a free one-on-one call we'll do together. And we'll go into really where your magic wants to be elevated, your frequency wants to be expressed more in the world, and the breakthrough for you to have in that. And then we'll look at whether or not the program that I'm doing along with the retreat is in alignment to support that, or something else, or just what's next for you authentically, for you to say yes to you and your frequency and your expression of your life. So on that note, I will conclude today's session. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you,
I just want to
Makeda.
shout out to you, Mayumi. Thank you for the generosity of your being to orchestrate such an amazing event. I just want to honor your frequency, your expression. Let's all just like
Receiving. Oh my God. Juicy love. Thank you, Ashley. I so appreciate that. It feels lovely to receive. Thank you all for being with me. I look forward to seeing you again on Monday, and I'll be catching up this weekend myself in the Facebook group and chatting with y'all there, so we can keep connecting and hanging out there more this weekend. And remember, on Monday we're going to do our grand prize, or not our grand, but our free prize drawing for an oracle card reading. So just make sure to click the button that you've completed watching all the sessions and doing all the embodiment things. So, all right, that is it. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.